Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See no one else love me like you do. That's why
What's good, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see, finally decided to pick up the camera or whatnot. I'm currently in my mama's office. I would have recorded this in my room, but it's not done yet. Like, I'm waiting on my swing, my light with my logo and stuff like that. So I'm currently in my mama's room, so that's why the background looks the way it looks. I look extra rough, but it's cool. I don't know. In this video, I'm gonna just be telling y'all like why I haven't picked up the camera. Hold on. I feel like that's, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna just do it raw and uncut. I would like for my chair to like stop spinning like this. So give me a minute. Okay. So in this video, alright, I'm gonna retry this. I'm gonna restart. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm gonna just be telling y'all like why I haven't, you know, been posting, why I haven't been seeing me, why I have been gone like months, 2 months without content posting and just throwing out random videos. So with that being said, if you are new, subscribe and become a part of the Dior team. If you already subscribed, make sure you hit that like button down below, show some love or whatnot. But like I said, I'm just get straight into it. I'm not beating around the bush. This past month for real has been very hard on so many different levels. I lost somebody that was, you know, close, like a family friend type of thing. Family friend, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about as I get into it. But he died last month on the 20th. By the way, today is September. December 20th. He died last month, November 20th. So it's been a month. It's currently 8:21. That's on my lock screen. It's currently 8:21. And I picked up the camera like a couple days after he died to like throw some content up, but I had a breakdown in front of the camera, so I don't know if I will ever post that video. I don't know, maybe later on down the line. But I prefer to post this video and me explaining it versus that video, because I was crying. It was just a lot of different emotions and stuff like that. So, you know, I didn't wanna put that out there or whatnot. So I'm texting my y'all, I'm sorry. But yeah, so his name was Amari. I met him what, I want to say 2016, 2015, 2016 type of thing. I was fresh out of middle school, going into high school. We both were. So my cousin used to go to church a lot, and his father was a pastor and stuff like that. So that's how we met. And as time went on, you know, we started to like each other and da 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 da. And you know, so we kind of talked, but not really, you know, type of thing. I ended up staying in summer there, and then I liked it so much I didn't want to move back home, so I ended up living with my cousin for a little while. And I ended up living with her for a little while, and then we found out we were going to the same school, which was West Charlotte or whatnot. And so we was going to the same school, and it was a mutual friend of ours who I didn't find this out until days after he died. Well, I want to say, yeah, a day or two after he died or whatnot. But she told me that he was trying to get her to tell me that I need to talk to him, or like he wants to talk or whatnot, which I found it funny because we were already kind of talking or whatnot, and then like we were, you know, we done got so comfortable with each other, so it was weird or whatnot. And so we ended up talking after that. He would walk me to class, he would find me. Oh, my camera's about to die. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hi my dear babies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe. If you're not new, make sure you comment and like, show some love. In today's video, I'm gonna just be, you know, telling y'all why I've been missing in the action, why I haven't been posting, why I go a couple of months to some weeks without posting. So the first reason was I ran out of content. I didn't really know what to post or what to do per se. So that was one reason why I went missing in action. And then the second reason was me losing somebody that was close, like very close in my inner circle, close. So that was hard or whatnot. It is currently clearing out my tabs. It is 9:08. This is the person who I lost on my lock screen. It's currently 9:08. I think y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see that now. It's currently 9:08. It's December 20th. He died. Today makes a month that he has passed away. He died last month on the 20th of November. I tried to pick up a camera and do like some vlogs, just, you know, pick up the camera, but I actually had a breakdown in front of the camera, so I don't know if I'm gonna ever post that. I might just keep it to myself. I don't know, maybe I might look at it, you know, I mean, might post at it for like memories, you know, to look at further down the line. But as far as right now, I don't think I'm going to post it. It's just a lot or whatnot. So with that being said, like I said, I lost somebody in my inner circle that was very close. He was murdered, he was killed. I'm not going into detail of what happened, none of that, out of respect for family. And it's too early, like it's too early for, you know, me to really go into details, and I wouldn't want to go into details either way it goes, because, you know, just out of respect in general. So his name was Omari. We met I want to say 2015, 2016, we both were going into high school. So this was like our freshman year, summer of freshman year, you know, us going into freshman year, whatever you want to call it. His father is a pastor, and my cousin would go to church every Sunday, or like every, you know, time of his activities and stuff like that. So, you know, that's how I met him. As time went on, you know, we kind of, you know, got a little closer and stuff like that. So I loved staying in Charlotte so much that I ended up living with my cousin for a little while. And we found out that we were ended up going to the same schools or whatnot. So a mutual friend of ours, this is like school, we already knew each other, like we already communicated and stuff like that. So like school started, and it was a mutual friend of ours, and we both knew each other. She knew him longer than I did or not, and she told me, I didn't find this out until after I died, which is very crazy, but after he died is when I found out or whatnot that he told her to tell me that he wanted to talk to me, even though he could have just told me himself, because we was already, you know, cool kind of thing, like, you know, and we already both established that we like each other. So I don't know. But after that, you know, she never told me, and that was the thing. She was like, you need to tell her yourself, da da da. But he ended up, you know, telling me, and yeah, he would walk me to class. He would look for me after class. I would look for him, you know. After school, you know, because I was in an after school program, so we would like leave the program to go, you know, help the coaches with the football plays and the equipment and stuff like that. So, you know, seeing him in football practice and different stuff like that, you know, we got closer over time. And then he ended up going to another school, and I ended up moving back home to South Carolina. And we kind of lost contact, but not really, because we stayed in contact through Snapchat, but the contact will always be on and off type of thing. So yeah, the contact will always be on and off. And then I ended up moving back to Charlotte, I want to say 2019, but this time I moved back with my mom and my brother, you know, stuff like that, instead of me just, you know, coming out here by myself. So I moved back with my mom and my brother, and started going to school, and it'll be like moments where he would run across my mind, and I'd be like, I wonder how he doing, like it'd be like spur of the moment type of thing, like I wonder how, you know, he doing in life, I ain't talked to him in a while. So I ended up finding him on Instagram. We followed each other, or I followed him, he followed me, or whatever. And then we were on and off of contact. He had a girlfriend at the time, so when I saw that he had a girlfriend, I didn't reach out, because, you know, respect, you know, stuff like that. So like some months later, I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, I haven't talked to this boy in a long time, like, should I reach out, True story, by the way. Like, I was like, I called her, I texted her, I was like, on multiple occasions like that, and I was like, should I text him? Like, I don't know, like, you know. She was like, girl, go ahead, you know, just, you know, you really want to talk to him, then, you know. So one day I ended up texting him out of the blue, and he was just like, what's up, stranger? Like, I ain't talked to him in a long time, like, how you been, or whatever. And you know, we connected from there. Like, we picked up right where we left off or whatnot, relationship wise, like our friendship, stuff like that. So before anything, we were friends. Before us talking, before anything, we were friends or whatnot. So fast forward, we were in and out of contact a little bit, because he was going to school and then I was doing my own little thing. So, you know, we was in and out of contact with each other for, I want to say, like a couple of months, like 2-ish, 3 months maybe. So, and then I want to say 2 months ago, September sometime, is when As a matter of fact, I could pull up our messages on Instagram. I can pull up our messages. 1 second. 1 second. Let's see. When was this? When did I give him my number? I done switched phones and stuff so much I don't even have. Anyways, so I think this was January is when, you know, we were in and out of contact and stuff like that. And I told him happy birthday and stuff like that or whatnot. And then September 6th, I'm looking at it right now. My birthday was around the corner, and my birthday was a month away from that, from the 6th of September. And he reached out. He was like, when you gonna stop playing, you know, when you gonna like take me serious type thing. And I was just like, you stop talking to me, like, you know. We was in that contact, even though it really wasn't like that, but you know. And he was like, why you chatting type of thing. I said, if I chatting, like, you don't, you know, talk to me or whatever. And he was like, he said he was like, I've been on that since Hopewell. And that's the church that his father pastored at for a little while or whatnot. That's how long I known him. That's where I met him at. So, you know. And he was just like, every time it's kind of like, you ghost me, which was kind of true to a certain extent, because me, I'm not like the type to like, you know, really link and go out with people. So, you know, I do have regrets when it comes to that, though. I really do. But and then we ended up exchanging numbers again. I think he already had my number. And then fast forward to September 25th, mind you, he was texting throughout this whole time, from like September all the way up to like some weeks before he died. But you know, we ended up talking, you know, throughout that whole entire couple of months. It was times where we were supposed to see each other, but like either schedules didn't mix up, my schedule didn't mix up, or his schedule didn't mix up. Like, for example, he was in the city. He told me he was in the city, and I was like, are you still coming to, you know, my birthday dinner? You know, I had it like at the end of the month, because like I was traveling. I traveled back home for my birthday or whatnot, so I wouldn't have been here the weekend I was supposed to do it. So I just pushed it back a week. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be there, you know, just let me know or whatnot. So I let him know. He was like, you know what, babe, you know, I'm not even in the city no more, you know, I'm sorry. He was just like, I was just like, you know, it's cool, I just want to see you, you know, kick it, you know, it's been a little while. He was like, are you mad at me? And I was just like, no, well, just a little bit. He was like, I know, but I was like, well, it's cool, you know, I'll see you another time or whatnot. And he was just like, yeah. And you know, we would talk a whole lot. It's like so many different memories, and I'm trying not to cry. Whew, said I was not gonna cry. It's so many different memories throughout the past years or whatnot. It's like a whole lot of different memories that's hitting me right now, that's playing in my mind right now. But so we were talking for a little while, and the memory that I remembered the most was like, I came back. No, I was going home. This was like the end of October. No, this was right before. I can't remember when this was. I don't know if this was in September or back in October. I cannot remember. I have to look at the text messages. But I was going home, back home or whatnot, and I was staying at my cousin's house because we all, me, her kids, and her boyfriend, we all was gonna go back home or whatnot because we all from South Carolina. And we was up all night. I remember this night like it was yesterday. We was up all night, me, my cousin, and her boyfriend. Her kids went to sleep. Her boyfriend ended up cooking us something to eat. This is like 3-4 o'clock in the morning type of thing. And me and Omari was on the phone, and you know, he hadn't talked to my cousin in a little while either. Well, I won't say either because we was communicating or whatnot, but you know, she hadn't talked to him in a while. She didn't even know I was like talking to him per se. So we were just all on the phone. We was on the phone. He was talking trash like usual. He was a professional trash talker. Like every time we got on the phone, he be talking trash, I be talking trash, we just be talking trash. Like no matter what it was, he'll be talking trash or whatnot. And we was talking trash that whole night. Then we ended up falling asleep. We ended up falling asleep on the phone that night. Turned around, and the next day I ended up going home, and he kept saying he wanted a haircut. It's just like small memories like this I'm just giving y'all. But he kept saying, he was like, I need a haircut. Oh, and I was like, okay, get a haircut. He was just like, you know, I gotta get the money for it. I was like, okay, cool, or whatnot. So I was like, did you ever get it or whatever? No, I lied. I didn't ask him that. I just sent him the money. I asked him how much it was, and I sent him the money. And he told me thank you. And I was just like, you know, no problem. Like, you know, you're my dog. You don't gotta ask me for it. But it has been times where, you know, he had asked me for something, and me being me, I did it with no hesitation, because one, that's just the type of person I am, kind of, sort of. And then like we were so close, like our relationship, it was just like, I know if I asked him for something, 9 times out of 10 he would do it if he had it. So I had it, you know, and I did it. Even when he didn't ask, I still, you know, or whatnot. But that memory, I don't know why, but that's the memory that sticks out the most to me. Maybe because it was like, it's so recent, and that's like, I don't know, but it's a lot of different memories we have. Like him calling me one night out of the blue, asking me to help him with schoolwork. By this time we were kind of, it was like he was so busy, and I felt like I was chasing him, and I would say I wasn't getting nothing out of it, because you know, we were still communicating, but we wasn't communicating as much as we were in the beginning or whatnot, because you know, he was doing football, he was drawing. Like when I tell you, he was a dope drawer. Like he was good with the pencil. It was times where he stayed up on the phone with me and he was just drawing, just talking to me, just drawing, showing me sending me pictures of his artwork, and you know, showing to me on FaceTime and stuff like that. It was just like, it's just so many different memories throughout the years of me knowing him, you know, especially like recent memories or whatnot. And I feel like why it hits so hard to me is because like it's not like we hadn't talked in years. It was just like we were talking weeks before you know, he passed away or whatnot. So try not to cry. So it's kind of hard to a certain extent, because like I said, that was my friend before anything. So you know, him calling me when he, you know, just wanted to sit and look at me, or you know, texting me throughout, it's just small memories that, you know, I miss or whatnot. And I know that he's not here no more, so it also is also makes it kind of harder, because you know, I've never had nobody really die that has been close to me for real, So this hits on a whole nother level because like he was a part of my inner circle. Like I don't really talk to that many people, so he was a part of my inner circle. And then me, you know, me, it's just a whole lot. But you know, it's hard. I have my moments. I have my moments, I have my days. Like today, like this morning, it was hard. Cause the me was like, it's really been a month. Like you're really not here no more type of thing. So it's been kind of hard. It's been kind of hard dealing with it, cause I be having urges to, want to call and pick up the phone, and I'd be like, oh, he's not gonna answer. He's not gonna pick up the phone and answer, and I'm not gonna hear him talking trash like normal. So, type of thing. And ooh, my lashes starting to come off a little bit, but I don't even remember where I was at in this story. But we kind of started to fall off a little bit as far as like communication wise. Like I said, because he was busy, and then I'm doing YouTube stuff, and he was all the way in Hickory, and I'm all the way in Charlotte, so that's an hour away. I'm busy, he busy, so communication wasn't the best. It wasn't how it should have been or whatnot, which just it comes with any and every relationship, no matter if it's a friendship, anything, any type of relationship. So I want to say the last time I talked to him was I want to say last couple of days of October. That's when he really started to become busy, and he, I don't want to put too much out there because I want to keep certain stuff to myself, but it got to the point where he was talking about starting to do things that he knew I didn't like him doing per se. So we kind of started to bump heads just a little bit, not too bad, but just a little bit, because I always used to tell him, like, you don't need to be out doing this, you don't need to be out past a certain time, and da-da-da-da, like, so we just kind of bumped heads a little bit, and I didn't like how he just started talking about things that I know that he, I don't know how to put it, but I know what I'm talking about. I would pull up the messages, but that's a lot of messages to go through, so I'm not even gonna do that. But the last time I talked to him was like the last couple of days of October. I want to say, yeah, the last couple of days of October. And as a matter of fact, I can pull up the messages because they'll pop right up at the bottom. We talked about, oh no, he texted me, this was like the last couple of days, like this day was like the 22nd of October, and he texted me, and he was just like, I miss you, and I was just like, it don't feel like it, because we wasn't really talking that much, but I knew deep down inside he really did miss me, because we were talking every day, we were sleeping on the phone with each other, like we were just texting consistently throughout the day and stuff like that. So but he was like, he finally communicated to me, like, I'm going through it, like I'm trying to get certain things together and stuff like that. So I haven't really been talking to you as much because I don't want to bring you into what I'm going through at this current moment, which was definitely understandable. But it was just like, to me, and as I told him before, I said, I don't care what you have going on, like what you going through, you know. I just want to be there, like I just want to be in your presence. I just want to talk to you, you know, communicate with you and stuff like that or whatever. And he was like, I know, but you know, I don't feel like you should have to deal with me and what I have going on top of. He was like, I don't want you to deal with what I have going on top of what you have going on. So, you know, I'd rather me deal with it on my own, which was totally understandable to me or whatnot. And like I said, this was like later on down the line, like this was like the next day or something like that. He was just like, I'm probably thinking about doing, you know, such and such and such. And I was just like, why you gotta do that? Da 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 da. Just why you don't do this instead? And he was just like, you know, I don't have time for it. You know, my schedule is busy, hectic. You know, I got school, football practice, games, stuff like that. So I understood, you know, why. And you know, and I told him, I was just like, you know, I don't like it, but do what you gotta do. Do what you feel like you have to do. Not meaning really do it, but you know, do what you know, type of thing. And then we was joking after that, you know. And then I called him because I hadn't talked to him in a couple of days after like the 23rd. So I called him. You know, me, I like to check up. I like to do check up on people that like I'm close with, you know, because I know everybody has their own little thing going on. So I was just like, you know, let me call him and check up on him. So I called him, and he was in the car with all his friends, and they was, you know, doing what they do or whatever. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I hung up. And then I texted him, and I was like, what you doing? He was like, I'm doing the same thing I was doing when you called me earlier. And I was just like, oh. And then I called back. And he was just like, you should have just stayed on the phone. I don't know why you hanged up. And da 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 da. And I was just like, you know, you was, you know, in the car with your homeboys, you know, stuff like that. So I didn't want to interrupt you. I was like, you could have stayed on the phone, you know, it wasn't that serious, and da 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 da. And I was like, okay, cool. And we told each other good night. I was like, we told each other good night. We told each other we're gonna talk to each other later. And it was times where I wanted to reach out to him, but you know, I knew he was, you know, going through it, and I didn't know where his mindset was, so I didn't. And that's my biggest regret when it comes to the whole thing, like not seeing him with certain like not seeing him in general, even though it was certain circumstances where I couldn't, type of thing or whatnot. And then it's just like that, like me not reaching out like days or something like that before, you know, he died. That's another thing that like eats at me, even though I know we were on, we didn't end on bad terms, like we were still cool, but it was just like I knew he was going through something, so I didn't want to reach out. And then, you know, so I just gave him his time. And so you know, I hadn't talked to him, and then the day that he died, I hadn't talked to him for like 2-3 weeks. No, about 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks after that. And then I looked on Instagram, and I was looking through the mutual friend that I told y'all early in the beginning of the story of when he told her to tell me that he wanted to talk. I was looking on Instagram, and I came across her Instagram story, and it seemed that I see the picture that's my lock screen. Let me clear out tabs. The picture that's my lock screen, as y'all can see, this was the picture that was on her Instagram, and it was just like, rest in peace. I think I can look at it in our messages. I can't remember. It was just like, rest in peace, Omar, da 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 da. And I had to do a second text. I was like, he looked familiar, and I was just like, oh, why is he saying rest in peace? And then I looked, And I was like, what? So my first instinct was to call my cousin, because you know, she was close with the family. She still talked to the family and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let me call her. She not answering. I called her twice. She not answering. I was getting pissed because I was like, listen, I need an answer. Like, what is, like, for real? Like, is this for real? Like, so I ended up texting her. I was like, is this true? She was like, yeah, like, he got killed. And I was like, how he died? He was like, he got shot. And I was just like, what? I was like, what? And she was just like, yeah, da, 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 da. So my cousin ended up calling me back. And I was like, you hear about Omari dying? And she was just like, no, what you talking about? I was just like, I'm looking on Instagram and they saying he passed away. And she was just like, hold on, hold on, hold on. So she hung up, she made a phone call. And a lot of y'all not. And I don't know what I was doing on Facebook, but I started typing his name. Like, my mind was going so crazy that day that I started typing his name into the search engine. I don't know why, I don't know what I was doing, but I started typing like the first couple of letters of his first name into the search bar, and then the article popped up. And as soon as I see the article is when she texted me and told me it was true. And I was just like, no way. And that whole day was just horrible for me. Or whatnot. It was just a hard day, like, because I wasn't expecting, you know, I wasn't expecting that or whatnot. By this time, I ended up talking to somebody new, and he was talking to somebody new, and so it wasn't no bad blood there or whatnot. He ended up talking to somebody new. I was talking to somebody new, and so you know, it was, ooh, my lash starting to come off. My eyes starting to burn. But the day, like, that day was hard, and I found out, I want to say like 12:54 is when I texted her, when I looked at her story. And then I typed his name in the search engine on Safari, and everything just popped up. And I was just like, this ain't no way this is true. Like, who could have possibly done this? Like, he wasn't the type to be in the mix. He was very laid back. Like, he had friends, and the people who you see him with on a daily basis was the people who he was always with. It was just, you know, so he wasn't into gangs and nothing like that. So it was just like, I was taken aback. Like, he was shot. Like, was it wrong place, wrong time type of thing or whatnot? So that day was hard. The first day was hard. And then the next day, me and my cousin ended up going to his parents' house. We ended up going to his parents' house, and it's like, looking at all his family, like, nobody was crying or nothing. Nobody was really crying or nothing, you know. Now, you rather people be around you so you don't think about it type of thing. So, you know, nobody was really crying. It was multiple times where I wanted to break down and cry while I was surrounded by his family, but you know, I was like, dang, I gotta pull it together, because you know, I don't want them to see me cry. And then they start to cry, and you know, so by the way, his family is like so sweet. Oh, I gotta catch my breath. Ooh. His family is so sweet. Like, his all down to, like, from his mom, his dad, his sister, like, just sweet, like, very sweet, nice, kind family. Like, so we ended up going to the house, you know, seeing everybody, talking to everybody. And me and my cousin, we were there for like 2-3 hours, and his dad ended up telling us, you know, what happened, and how he died and stuff like that. Not disclosing that on here. I feel like that's not necessary, and that's not my place to, per se. So I'm not gonna, you know, discuss that on here. So, you know, his dad ended up telling us what happened, and you know, and it was hard hearing it, because you know, he didn't deserve it. He wasn't even, you know, he just didn't deserve it. So like the next couple of days after that, it was hard. It felt like the first day. It was hard. I was crying every day, non-stop. Like, my grandma, and it's crazy because my auntie saw me interact with him before, so you know, they knew about him. And I told my grandma, I was like, y'all gotta meet Omari, you know, he's a pastor's son. I think y'all like him, like, you know, da 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 da. And then it was okay, cool. And so, you know, they were looking forward to meeting him, but then, you know, we kind of slowly stopped with the communication. I wouldn't even say we slowly stopped. We were still communicating. It was just like, it wasn't as much as we were in the beginning. So yeah, so they were looking forward to meeting him or whatnot. And then my grandma called me. I was trying to figure out how she knew about it, but this is the same day that he died, by the way, that I found out he died. So she called me. She was just like, are you okay, da, da, da. Mind you, my mom, I think my brother was home, but my mom and my auntie were at my grandma's house. So I'm pretty sure my grandma, I'm sorry y'all, but this little lash keep bothering me. But I'm pretty sure my grandma, you know, told them or whatnot. So she called me. She was like, you're okay? I heard what happened to your pastor's friend. You know, I didn't really ask any questions about how she found out, because, you know, I was bawling. Like, as soon as I heard her voice, I started bawling, because, you know, I didn't really want to too much talk about it, but, you know, didn't really have a choice, because she was really, you know, cause she was basically calling to check up on me, type of thing. And I was like, I'm fine. She was like, you know, I'm here for you, you know, and stuff like that. I was just like, okay, you know. I just really didn't want to talk to nobody for real or whatnot. And then I ended up going to her house that night, because I didn't want to stay in the house. Not necessarily stay in the house. I didn't want to be home, per se. So I ended up just going to her house that night. And then, like I said, the next day we went to his parents' house. And then a couple days after that, my auntie was like, do you want to go smash some plates? And I was just like, yeah, like, come on, like, you know. So we ended up going to smash plates at my grandma's house. And I wrote on mine, like, I just wrote my regrets about the whole thing between me and him. I wrote what I was thankful for. I just wrote down some memories and stuff like that on the plates. And then I broke a couple of them. I broke majority of them, but it was like 1 or 2 that I kept or whatnot. So we ended up going to my grandma's house. We broke the plates, and it was just like, after we did it, I felt like a sigh of relief. It was just like, oh, like, it was him there with me, telling me, like, you know, it's okay, like, I know like you're hurting, but it's like I'm not mad at you type of thing. Like you know, I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt like he was there with me, telling me like, you know, it's cool. Like I know you have regrets, but I'm not mad type of thing. So you know, it got easier. It got a little easier, but I still was breaking down. Like I still had my moments. There was plenty of times where I wanted to call him, and then it hit me like he's not gonna answer the phone and stuff like that. So my camera is literally blinking, telling me that it's about to die. So if it does cut off, just know I'm gonna pick up where I left off. But it was hard. I was still breaking down, you know. I really wasn't eating. I wasn't communicating with my friends like I was before, type of thing. So you know, and then Thanksgiving hit, and he wasn't here for Thanksgiving. It was his first holiday that he missed. And now fast forward to December. No, I lied, take it back. The funeral came around, and you know, that was the hardest, like, that was the hardest part out of all of this. Like, seeing him lay in the casket, not even looking the same, is what really hurt and broke me and really, like, had me in shock. Like, this is for real. Like, he's really not here no more type of thing. So that was, like, the hardest part. Like, when I said the hardest, that was the hardest part for me out of this whole thing, was seeing him laying in that casket. But you know, it's hard. It's a lot. It's still hard. Like, I feel like even years from now, it's still gonna be hard for me, especially like his family and stuff like that. But I know it's still gonna be hard for me, knowing the relationship and knowing the bond that we had, because I really hadn't gone into depth with our relationship in this video, because there's certain things that I want to, you know, keep to myself or whatnot. But yeah, it's hard. It's a weird feeling, because you know, this is my first time really experiencing something like this that's so close to home, especially me talking to him like 2 weeks before this, and you know, so it's kind of hard per se. So I wasn't eating, I was barely sleeping, I really didn't want to talk to anybody type of thing. I still am that way now, but it's just like, I know I have to swallow it and realize like he's not here no more, and he was here to serve his purpose for a reason. You know, he was put here for a reason, and that's why I always say I am grateful for the moments, the memories, the talks, and all of that we had. You know, I'm just grateful that he was in my life for the time that he was, per se. So yeah, I have a couple of tattoo pieces that's dedicated to him coming. He was a drawer, and I wanted this Egyptian queen, and I wanted him to draw it, but I never asked him. So I was just like, no, don't ask him, you know, you ask him later on down the line. And literally like a couple of days, I want to say like 2 days before he passed away, he posted the Egyptian queen, his Egyptian queen drawing. Y'all, alright, stop it. Y'all, my camera died. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I think, I don't even remember, but like I said before, like, I honestly am grateful for the time span of when he was a part of my life throughout the years, and even recently, definitely recently. you know, it's just so many memories I'm glad that I have and that I can actually picture and play out. And then I'm glad it's text messages that I can always go back and look at on Instagram, Snapchat, and my phone, you know, and it's pictures that I can look at him. But like I think I do remember what I was saying. I said I do have some tattoo pieces in remembrance of him, in memory of him. So I think I was telling y'all about the Egyptian queen. I'm starting to remember. I was telling y'all about the Egyptian queen tattoo. But yeah, he drew, and then yeah, I was, and I told him, I didn't tell him anything, backtrack. And I was like, I was gonna ask him, but I didn't. And literally, okay, a couple days before, you know, he died, I want to say like that Wednesday or something like that, because he died on a Saturday. That Tuesday, no, I think it was a Tuesday, not Wednesday. I think it was a Tuesday. That Tuesday right before he died, he posted it on his Instagram, and something was just like, Nya, screenshot it, Nya. So I screenshotted it, and I always said I wanted an Egyptian queen for my first tattoo, and then I seen him post it to his Instagram, so that's going to be my first tattoo. And then I'm going to do a portrait of him. So I think this whole arm will be dedicated to him, from his drawing with his initial, with his signature. And then I want a portrait, and then there's some other stuff that I'll get. I'm kind of losing train of thought. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, like my mind is all over the place now. But it's hard. That's like, I don't know how long this is gonna last, like this feeling. This is not a feeling I would wish on anybody, but the way this world is set up now is so crazy. It's beyond crazy. It's like, it's just, it's frustrating. But just know, he's not here to live out his life and live out his dream. And me being me and me doing what I do, I'm going to make his name known. So if you don't want to hear me talk about him from here and there, I suggest you, you know, unsubscribe or, you know, stop watching me. But he's not here to live out his dream, live out his life. So when you hear Qua-Nya, you will definitely know who Omari is. So no matter where I am in life, no matter what I'm doing in life, like, y'all will know who Omari Alexander was, and my camera's about to die. So with that being said, thanks for tuning into my video. I know it's like a kind of long video, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, get that bell down below, and ring ding ding. Follow me on all social media platforms. They will be in the link in the description box down below. Thank y'all for tuning in today's video. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
Love is a one in a million. It goes on and on.